What's up, friends? It is me and
Janayah.
We're about to work on making 10. So glad you're able to join us today. Are you guys ready to get to work? Are you ready to get to work?
Yes.
Okay, so first things first, on the table, I'm going to flip my camera so we can see what we're doing.
14.
So 10 and 4 is 14. What do you think 10 and 5 is going to be? You can use this to help you. You can say 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 10 and 5 is?
15.
What do you think 10 and 6 would be?
16.
Check. Put 10, you got your 6, and then check if that's 16. Count on from 10.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16.
What do you think 10 and 8 would be?
19, 18.
18? Put them on and check.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay, so we were just working on making our teen numbers, thinking of them as 10 and some more for our teen numbers, right? Let's see how quick you are. What do you see there? What number?
A 10 and I see a 2 1, so that makes 12.
Very good. Try this one.
10 and 6, so that makes
10 and
16.
good. So 10 and 6 makes what?
16.
Good. What about 10 and 4? What do you think?
14.
14. 10 and 1.
11.
10 and 8.
18.
Does that make sense that 10 and 8 would be 18? Does that make sense? Talk to me about the pattern that you noticed once we wrote that out on the table.
So I noticed that all 10s are on the right, on the left side.
Yeah.
And different numbers are on this side, and like the numbers that you're supposed to plus is on internet.
Right. And then did you notice how this and this?
And that one, but it's just 16 and it's just 6. It's still 16 because 6 and 16 is most likely the same.
And this 1 really means what?
1, so like
It means one group of,
10.
so this really means 10 plus
Plus
6,
6.
right?
Yes.
Now look at this. I have a 4 1s and I have 4 1s here. This 1 really stands for how much?
10.
Yeah, because it's one group of 10. It's a 1 in the tens place, right?
Mhm.
If I look up here, this 1 also stands for how much?
10.
10. And then how many extra leftovers will we
10.
have? So 10 and 2 would get me 12. 10 and 4 would get me 14. 10 and 6 would get me 16. What do you think 10 and 5 would get me? What do you think? Without counting, do you have a guess?
15.
15? Okay, let's see if we can go ahead and check. Here we go. Here's 10 and 5.
15.
15, were you right?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think, if this pattern continued, what do you think 10 and 3 would get you?
$13.
Okay. The digit in the ones place is going to be the same, right?
Yes.
All right, so if 10 and 1 more is 11, 10 and 2 is 12, 10 and 3 is 13, 10 and 4 is 14, 10 and 5 is 15, 10 and 6 is 16, what do you think 10 and 7 would be?
$18.
You want to check and see?
Yes.
Okay. There's 10 and 7.
17.
17.
Yes.
Do you notice that the 7 is in both places?
Yes.
So what do you think would make 18? 10 and then how many more do you think would make 18? 10 and what? What would I have to put with 10 to get up to 18? You know that this means 10, right? So if I have 10 already, how many do I need to put with it to get up to 18? Did you go past 18? You want to build it?
Yeah.
So you got your 10, your red is your 10. So then just take off the yellows and then put them on there until you get up to 18. So you already have 10, so you can say 10, keep those red ones up there, and then count on. 11, count out loud.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Okay, we were trying to stop at which one? It's okay, you could do it again.
10.
Where, is this one 10 or do I already have 10?
Oh, 11,
Okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 18.
Good girl. Okay, so I have 10 up top, and what's on the bottom?
18. I mean 2.
Let's turn it like this. Maybe I have an idea. So I have one group of 10, right? And then if I count all my yellows, I have how many yellows?
8.
8. So 10 and 8 makes what? What number do you see here?
18.
18. So 10 and 8 is 18. So look over here back with our counters, okay? If I had, how many yellows do I have now?
6.
So 10 and 6, what do you think that gives me?
16.
You want to count and check?
Yes.
Count and check. 10.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay, so if I had 10 and 4, what number do you think that would be?
4.
And what number is 10 and 4?
14.
14. Okay, do you see how that has a 4 in it?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to do these cards again. 10 and 1 is 11, right? 10 and 2 is
12.
10 and 3 is
13. 10 and 4 is 14. 10 and 5 is 15. 10 and 6 is 16. 10 and 7 is 17. 10 and 8 is 18.
What do you think 10 and 9 would be? 19. You don't think it could be 16?
No.
Why not?
I think because
How come 10 and 9 can't be 16?
the number is 19, the answer is 19, and then if 10 and 9 equals, so 9 plus 9 is 19, and if you had a 10 and 9, it would be 19.
So 10 and 9 is 19?
It's the same as a double.
Oh yeah? What if it was 10 and 6? What would that be? Can you do it without counting? 10 and 6, what do you think that would be? If you had to guess.
16.
Oh, okay. What if you had to guess for 10 and 4? What do you think that would be?
14.
Okay, do you want to check?
Yes.
Check. 10 and 4. I think we might be on to
11,
something.
12, 13, 14.
Oh, are we on to something?
Yes.
What would 10 and 8 be? What do you think if you didn't count? What do you think it would be? 10 and 8. What do you think it might be? And don't be sneak counting under the table. What does it sound like? 10 and 8. Would it be a teen number?
Yes.
What teen number would it be? 10 and 8. Would it be 16?
No.
Why? Because 16 is 10 and
6.
and 14 would be 10 and
14.
14 would be 10 and then how many more? 14
14.
would be 10 and what?
18.
18 is 10 and something else. 14 is 10 and what?
4.
That's why I call it 14, right? If it's 18, that would be 10 and
14. 18.
and 8, right? So 10 and 8 would be 18. 10 and 4 is 14. 10 and 6, what do you think that one would be?
Can I count?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Here's 10 and 6.
16.
Okay, let's go through the cards and we'll practice the cards. I think we can just work on teen numbers today. Because if you learn your teen numbers really good, then the next thing I can do with you is making 10. Making 10 makes good sense once you know all your teen numbers, okay? You ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay, you ready? How much is that?
12.
How'd you know?
Because I added the 10 and I said 11, 12.
Okay, what about this one?
13.
How'd you know?
Because I added the 10 and I said 5 and 5 equals 10 and then I added 11, 12, 13.
So you said 10, 11, 12, 13. So 10 and 3 makes what?
13.
Good. What about 10 and 1?
11.
10 and... How much is that one? 10 and what? How much do you see here?
4.
So do you know what 10 and 4 is?
14.
Oh, you didn't have to count, did you? Okay. What do you see here?
5.
So 10 and 5, what would that be?
15.
Okay. Oh, now you're getting my trick. What do you see here?
6.
So now 10 and 6 would be what?
16.
Okay. So I see the 6 and then one more would be 7.
7.
So 10 and 7 would be...
17.
Oh, it's clicking. Do you see the 4 and 4? What's 4 and 4?
8.
Okay, so 10 and 8 would be what?
18.
Okay. Now this is just like the 8 one except there's one more. What's one more than 8?
9.
So 10 and 9, what do you think that would be?
19.
Okay, okay. You're fast. All right, I'm gonna have to just test you real fast. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Now mix them up. See if you can get these teen numbers real fast.
14. 12. 18. 19. 11. 13. 16. 17. And 15.
Yeah, I wish they called it 5-teen. Wouldn't that make more
Yeah.
sense if they called it 5-teen? Awesome.